Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Bajani Gym today on the 29th day of December as the homestanding Lady Phantoms take on the Otters from Otter Valley. Starting for Otter Valley, Courtney Bushy, Gabriella Polino, Sophia Bloomer, Julia Lee, Sophie Markowski, and as usual for the Phantoms, Emma Reichert, Lexi Bride, Allie Almond, Sierra Thornton, and Isabel Valerio, and I'm here as usual with Hall of Fame coach Wade Mitchell.
Phantoms in a
man-to-man,
man almost disguised as a 2-3 zone matchup.
Otter Valley has a significant size advantage on the inside. Proctor probably has a little bit of quickness with its two guards. That was a very late call by Chris Howland. Nevertheless, follows on Lexi Bride, her first.
Gonna be shooting three. I think he was waiting for his fellow official to make that call, and she never did.
And she hits 2 out of 3, and back come the Phantoms. Of course, Greg stole my pencil, so now we've remedied that. I don't know. So 23's trade foul, and it's first foul on each team. We're off to, I hope we don't see too many referees during this game. Proctor's still in the man-to-man.
Keep attacking, let's go, Blue. Attack off it, attack off it. Come on, it's okay. Okay, keep attacking, let's go. Good job, good job. Keep moving, Blue, keep moving.
Long three by Bushy. And Otter Valley's up 5-0. Lexi Bride for 3. I don't think you want that one pass and a three-pointer from Lexi Bride. I'm not sure if she's hit one all year. Maybe she felt she was due, and there was a reason she was open, because they aren't going to cover her out there. Rebound by Isabel, and pushing it up and off the glass.
The ball did everything but fall through the hoop.
Well, they say take it as far as you can without somebody stopping you, and that time nobody from the Otters stopped her until she got all the way to the rim, but couldn't convert. Lexi Bride spins on the inside and picks up the first foul on Polino.
That's what I like to see her do. She plays like that, she could be very effective. That was a nice move.
Got Polino on her hip.
Yep.
The difference between that shot and a lot of what you see Lexi doing is that she actually sighted the hoop. Sometimes when she's taking that shot, she doesn't know where the hoop is. That time she was able to get a good look at it, and the difference was obvious. Doesn't look like the Phantoms have come close to a rebound yet, and Otters extend to a 7-2 lead.
Whoa. A little rough going in there.
Well, I don't understand why it wasn't a foul to begin with. Literally, Allie Almond had to uncouple from the defender who was hanging all over her. No foul there. Then takes to the hoop, gets bumped, no foul there. Now OV extends to a 9-2 lead. Nice take again, no. The finish is no good. Stu Miller and Flanders getting ready to check in for the Phantoms. Looks like coach is trying to get small. They weren't getting any rebounds anyway. I guess they may as well. Shot off the mark, and you know, it's not like Otter Valley shooting the lights out. There have been 3 or 4 air balls and some wild shots, and Proctor just hasn't been able to get the ball in the hoop. That is a bad place for that ball.
Yep, no question about it.
Behind the backboard, posted against somebody 30 pounds heavier and 6 inches taller.
What was the call?
Jump ball.
Oh, all right.
Or a OV coach trying to steal one there.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me that they went small and now they're looking to post. They should take advantage of the quickness on the outside and move the ball. It's starting to get ugly quick. 11-2 with 3:20 left in the first.
Easy layup.
Another turnover on the rebound. Ball just thrown to the Proctor bench. Otter Valley showing some good patience there, but didn't get a shot out of the offensive possession.
Bingo.
Isabel Valerio for 3. Nice defense by Sierra, getting a hand on that ball on the cut. OV shuttling their players in and out, keeping them fresh. Good straight up man this time down. Sierra gets caught on the hip, and that's pretty much the end of that.
Easy layup again. Gotta stop that.
Maddie's got to understand she can't dribble behind the hoop and then stick the ball over her head. And that's, I mean, I guess she got to pick up a foul out of that, but she was in no position. Oh, definitely got bailed on that play.
How long? 30? By clock.
Right now, Otter Valley with a 13-5 lead. They do have 3 team fouls, and Proctor with 1. Proctor only has 2 hoops in the half, or in the quarter, I'm sorry.
You gotta move the ball. You gotta pass the ball. You gotta get the good open shot. It's there, but we gotta move the ball.
Got to make sure that if you can get the ball moving for 30 seconds or so, defenses don't want to play defense that long.
Boy.
I'm not even sure what I just saw.
I'm not either.
It's tough though when you have an 8th grader taking the ball in,
Yep.
and they just feel like they got to toss it in there and see what happens.
Got to be some kind of call there.
I mean, Euro step around, and she gets hit with the body, and the ball deflects off an Otter Valley player out of bounds. I would agree she was a little out of control, but I don't think that stopped the foul. Now Otter Valley in the flex. Another ball tossed in the crowd.
45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Phantoms have the ball.
Emma brought the defender right back to her. Got to hold that post because it's the spacing that's going to make that play work. Even with as bad a half, bad a quarter as Proctor's played, they're still with it within 8 points. Well, Proctor had that last shot. Seems like they could have got something better, but they didn't. And so we have a first quarter score of Otter Valley 13, Proctor 5. 3 team fouls on the Otters and 1 on the Phantoms. No, I don't believe anybody's in particular foul trouble. Nobody has 2, I don't think. And
8-point deficit right here now. It seems like it should be a lot more than that. But.
Absolutely. I think you got to get Reichert down in the post and have her turn to the middle. If there's something there, put it up. If not, look for that opposite elbow or turn back and look to the corner, play some inside out and get the ball moving.
At least by having her down there, it's going to draw the defensive man back with her.
And, you know, legitimately, she can play down there. I mean, a couple of years ago, I thought she was going to develop into you know, a big-time scorer in the post. It just hasn't seemed to work out that way. Good push that time. Off on the shot. Ali Almond doesn't want to just contest. She wants to slam it back in your face. That's what. That's
what. Played defense there. It didn't give me an easy layup.
Kind of a sparse crowd for an OV Proctor game. Normally, every seat in the place would be filled. Well, she drops one in, and that gives Proctor a 9-point deficit to look at. Nice entry to the post there. Sarah Picker checking in for Maddie Flanders. That's all right. Ball picked up in the backcourt. I do think there is some, might want to think about having the 8th grader take the ball in every time, unless we're playing for next year.
Walk down.
Look at.
Wait for it, let's go here. What's up? Yep.
5.
Yeah, that was a long count right there.
Wow.
How is there no foul? There got to be something. I mean, I don't care if it's a charge or not a charge, but there can't be that kind of contact and have no foul at all. It makes no sense.
Got to blow the whistle.
Yeah, I always got to, yeah. Tiger left. Tiger left. Go here. Back.
Nice battle in there by Sarah Pecor on the rebound. Now you got Sierra Thornton running the post. I have no idea where points are going to come from with this lineup. I literally
figure out where the points are going to come from.
I have no idea with this lineup. Maybe they're hoping they get fouled or something. Sarah Pecor being aggressive on the outside. I'd tell her to think about containing a little bit. It's very hard for her to move her feet against a smaller player. It's odd matchups on defense. Other people should be, somebody ought to switch.
Oh, wide open.
One thing you know about Sarah, if you get near her too long, someone's going on the floor.
Someone's going under, yeah.
Isabel Valerio getting ready to check in. Got a little break there. Brianna Bernstein comes out. I've seen Brianna play a little bit this year, and she didn't play a lot, but in the time she's in there, she seems to get something done, She seems a little bit athletic, seems to get some rebounds, and she scored a few points. She's also a lefty, which helps.
Keep working it. Keep working it. Go force. Keep working it.
Just incessantly running that flex.
I don't think Otter Valley, either team, I don't think has scored this quarter, have they?
Well, Otter Valley has one free throw. Tie up and change of possession. Flanders in for Stu Miller. Timeout by the Phantoms. Aside from mayhem and turnovers, there's not a lot to talk about in this game so far.
No.
All-star scorer Greg. I won't give up his last name because when you're an all-star, people start following you around, giving you a problem. But he started to doodle on the book because there's just nothing going on, and now there's cartoons. I don't know what exactly we're going to do with that after, but. On the change of possession, goes back over to OV.
And the beat goes on.
Looks like they're having Proctor switch on every screen, and that time the face cut got OV an easy basket, and ball comes up the sideline and into the crowd again, and back comes OV, this time with a 16-5 lead with 3:41 left in the second.
He's smart. Nice, Gabby. What do you see that?
Get in there, not quite.
Thought we were going to get one there.
Isabel looked up, saw Maddie Flanders, but apparently didn't think she had the angle to make the pass. Ended up taking it to the hoop. Trains the first. And the second. And Proctor draws to within 9, unbelievably still in the game.
Ooh, I don't know about that call.
It looked like Isabel reached in and knocked the ball off the Otter Valley player's knee, and but I guess that's not the way Chris Howland saw it.
Traveling.
I was about to call a suplex.
I was going to call something.
But it was either a suplex or a travel. I'm not sure which. But Sarah had a nice stint out there playing some defense and throwing her body around. Oh, geez, they didn't even call that. What they call it, jump?
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know if we're watching the same game.
And a total of 5 points scored by both teams here with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the quarter.
And 3 of the 5 were free throws.
Yep.
You got to get that ball moving side to side. You can't just stand there and look at the post for 10 consecutive seconds and think somebody doesn't know where that's going. Another Proctor turnover.
Keep going, keep working. Good back foot. Touch your body there, let's go. Good back foot. Move it. Go for it. Go for it. Keep going, nice back foot.
There's just no ball movement, no passing
None
whatsoever.
No.
It's just somebody gets the ball and decides to take it to the hoop, figuring I guess it's their turn that time. And actually, that wasn't a bad move overall, but
Right back to her.
now that actually looked like a good defensive play.
Yeah.
Hands up.
Take your time.
And Stu Miller gets ready to check back into the game for Flanders. Molly McGee in for Otter Valley. Nice seal that time. Good battle on the inside by Stu Miller. Kind of slides across the floor as she went to the floor, and that caused the travel and the turnover. 25 seconds left in the half. Proctor down by 13. Isabel with the steal, looking to go probably all the way. Foul on number 20.
Bloomer.
Sophia Bloomer. And, Valerio line for two, hits the first. And the second. Ooh. And that's the half. Proctor down 11 is definitely still in the game.
In the game, yeah, oh yeah.
But single digits for a half of basketball. That is not good.
That's saying it mildly, I believe.
When I get a chance, I'll take a look at the scoring. Actually, I'm going to be able to look right now for the half. Courtney Bushy has 2, 4, 6, 9. Gabby Paolino has 2, 4, 5. Sophia Bloomer has 2. Julia Lee has 4. For the Phantoms, Isabel Valerio has 2, 4, 7, and Alexis Bride has 2, and that gives you 9. Halftime score of 20-9. Otter Valley with the lead, and we'll see if the Phantoms can get a little bit more offense together come second half. Back, and this time you got same starting lineup as it started the game. OV comes out in man-to-man. That time Lexi Bride wasn't able to keep Polino on her hip, and she got a hand on the ball going up. Good steal that time by Ali Ahmed. All the way to the hoop. Doesn't finish. If you're gonna foul somebody, make sure that shot doesn't get off. I'd rather see her in the crowd than get an easy. This is just a soft.
Too easy.
It was, the defense was soft, the foul was soft, and the layup was nice and soft, and that went in too. Good hustle by Ali Ahmed that time.
Good, high hand.
Nice pocket pass that time. Sierra Thornton outside.
I had to believe she shot the ball.
She ought to get like 1 point just for doing it.
I know it. told her the other night after the MSJ game that I'd pick her as one of the better all-around ball players in Rutland County. I said, can you imagine what you would do if you scored? You'd be a hero if you shot the ball.
I agree.
She
does
everything well except to shoot the ball. And we don't know how that is. We never see her shoot.
Otter Valley extending its lead to 14. Second cutter this time. Good finish by Emma Reichert.
There's a good example. If you get some motion in the offense, you're going to score. At least you're going to have a good shot.
Active hands that time. Ball gets poked out and stays with Otter Valley. You ever notice how it seems to be Proctor's guards on the inside doing the rebounding? And the bigs are out chasing the ball in the perimeter. I don't really know how that ends up that way. That was pretty. Allie lost sight of her person.
Yep.
She was seeing the ball, but she didn't see ball and man. Isabel and Emma Reichert not on the same page. Good dig down and help in that time by Emma Reichert. Got her hand on the ball and caused the travel. Nice outside shot that time by Allie Almond. She did a good job shooting the ball just like that against West Rutland. And then had a little bit of trouble staying in the game, as I understand it, during the MSJ game.
She fouled out.
She also fouled out during the West Rutland game, but was able to come up with 13 points, mostly from the outside. Proctor still within 11 with 4:43 left in the third. I mean, if you hit a couple of shots, you're right back in it. It's unbelievable that they're even within hailing distance at this point.
High hand, box.
Again, I don't know that's where you want Lexi shooting that ball, but
that's where she wants to shoot the ball.
Well, I would like to dunk. But I haven't been able to do that since I was about 24 years old. And I don't see it happening.
Let's go! Move your feet to it! Hand to it! Good court! Gabby, three-quarter! Three-quarter!
Oh.
Nice entry pass. The guards on the outside have to have some kind of movement so that their defenders have to be able to keep their eye on them. They have to keep changing their eye, what they're looking at. Because if they just stand there, they don't even have to play defense.
Oh, should have picked that one off.
Flat pass. 23, Lexi Bride. That'll be the team's third. Her third. Out of the scrum comes Emma Reichert.
Again.
Up to Ali Ahmed. Nice drive. Couple of crossovers that time, and then she gets all the way to the hoop.
A great play.
Proctor still down 11.
Travel.
Proctor's defense picking up its energy a little bit. Ball trapped in the corner with Stu Miller. Lobbed out.
Straight up.
Yeah, one time.
Sarah off the mark. Foul that time on number 12 for the Otters. That's Leah Pinkowski.
(27-16).
Maddie Flanders comes in, replacing Isabel Valerio. High. Boy, they really like to. Otter Valley does not want to run. I mean, they have opportunities that you see, and boy, it's like slow it down and trudge through the dirt.
Double dribble.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, Maddie Flanders that time on the leak out. And Polino scores on the inside.
What? Good. Help her. Hey, Court. Let's go, White. Playing hard. Tiger, let's go, Tiger.
Proctor's now down by 13. 45 seconds left in the quarter.
Second team foul.
Yeah, but that's a good attention.
Hey, watch it. On the inside, though. Box, hand, box.
Emma Reichert from deep.
Good. Hey. Okay. Time out.
Good trap by Proctor right at the half court that time. Timeout with 16 seconds left.
Yeah, you see things like that, and you keep saying, well, I'd only see more of that, because that was a real nice trap.
And it doesn't seem that OV really wants to run.
No.
So you don't lose a lot by trapping. They're going to go into their half court set one way or the other. Nice entry pass. They got a good shot out of it and scored right at the buzzer.
That one hurt.
Puts Otter Valley up by 15, 31-16 at the end of 3. It's getting to the point where Proctor needs to start looking at playing some inside out and trying to hit some three-pointers. Ali Almond, Isabel Valerio can hit them. I just don't know they move the ball fast enough to make sure they get open.
We got to use them, that's all.
And Isabel starts the quarter on the bench, so.
Hey, Mark! Good job! Good!
Gabby Polino is a strong girl. Sarah Thornton had 2 hands on that one. Gabby had 1.
I know.
She stood there and basically
She's a big girl.
Curled it. Well, I know both of her parents. Both of them were excellent athletes,
Yep.
and her father's a really big guy.
Her mother came out of the Bangor, Maine.
Very tough job for Stu Miller inside.
Ooh.
Good rebound by Stu Miller. I'm sorry, by Polino. That's really what she's known for.
Oh, yes.
Apparently doesn't have confidence in that shot from the corner because she's been open out there a number of times and then takes it to the pressure instead of just shooting the easy shot. Ball turns over to the Otters, and they walk it up with 6 minutes left in the fourth. No movement whatsoever on offense. Ball off Polino on the nice pass on the inside, but probably should have taken the shot rather than pass that ball. Wonder of wonders. Really off shot, but the rebound picked back up and put in. Emma Reichert from deep. Hoop by Julia Lee, and the lead is now 19. Isabel Valerio getting ready to check back in with 4:23 left. Proctor down 19, and this game's pretty much over. To be perfectly honest.
Pretty much put it in the book, I think.
It's just some teams you'd say, look, you got some three-point shooters, and you're going to start draining them. I just haven't seen any of that from the Phantoms this year.
Thing is,
but you can learn something in 4 minutes and 23 seconds.
For 3 quarters, the Phantoms were within 10 to 12 points, and you got to say, hey, why can't they do this the entire game?
Well, they were down 9 points in the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then maintained that for 3 quarters. Well, turnover by Isabel that time. Really should have been a jump ball, but
could have gone either way. There's a walk.
Get a defense stop here, Blue. Let's go. Good. You're fine, Courtney. You're fine. Don't jump the head. Don't jump the head. Stay with Katie. Slide Julia. Go reach.
Sierra all the way to the hoop. Off the mark. Polino with another rebound. Rebound by Picor over to Valerio. Over to Almond for a 3. Nice shot. Maybe
There's that Sierra again.
Stay with it, Julia. Straight up, straight up, straight up. Stay with it. You're okay. Go, Julia. Face up. Please stay with 5. Stay with 5. Face up. Face up. Face up. Face up. Go. Face up. Hold time. Julia Eastman, you ready to help? Face up.
gotta have some ball movement.
Good. Straight up. Straight up. Don't reach. Travel. Travel.
Nice drive that time.
Relax. Hey.
2 minutes left. Proctor down 18.
That's
11 is Julia Eastman. Legal screen that time.
32.
Yep, fouls on 42. That's Catherine Coolidge.
Here we go, we're doing 12 minutes. Work hard! Face guarder, Julia, don't worry about help! Stay with her!
Good, Mike.
Face guarder! Face, there you go,
With your feet. Good job, Gab. You okay? Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Hey, Gabby.
Nice one will move that time shot off the mark, and another scrum on the rebounding action. Ball stays with Proctor with 1:33 left, down 18, 39 to 21. Oh no, I guess it's going over to Otter Valley. 3-second on Catherine Coolidge. And a battle down there with Allie Almond to post up. 1 minute left, 1 minute. 18 point lead for Otter Valley.
Stay right with box. Good job.
3-pointer off the mark.
Good job.
Rebound by Coolidge. Foul on Stu Miller. Foul on Isabel Valerio puts number 25, Molly McGee, at the foul line.
Take me right there.
Old Cedric Maxwell.
Yeah.
Used to do that.
No foul. Hand up. Hand up.
I think at this point in the game, with 18 seconds left, somebody'd have to punch somebody in the face before I call the foul out there. But
let them go.
Straight up, hands off, hands off.
tied up with 7 seconds left on the entry pass.
Match up, match up.
One last play for the Phantoms. Brianna Bernstein outside. Allie Amon for three. Hits it. And that's the ball game. Proctor 40. Otter Valley 40, Proctor 24.
Well, those are the games you're glad to see in. A lot of fouls and
turnovers. A lot of scrums and tie-ups and give you some scoring once Greg finishes. So for Otter Valley, Courtney Bushy had 9, Gabby Polina had 12, Julia Eastman 2, Leah Pinkowski 2, Sophia Bloomer 4, Olivia Bernhardt 4, Julia Lee had 8, Molly McGee had 1. For the Phantoms, Allie Amon had 3, 6, 11 points. Isabel Valerio had 7. And Lexi Bride had 2. And Emma Reichert had 4. So,
see you in the next game.
See you next time.